The most powerful mafia bosses rarely raised their voice or made threats. They understood something that most people miss. Fear isn't created by what you do, it's created by what people think you might do. Master this principle, and you can control any room, any negotiation, any relationship without ever showing aggression. Welcome back to Forbidden Wisdom, and today we're exploring the psychology of fear as a tool of influence. Mafia bosses didn't stay in power through constant violence. That would be exhausting and counterproductive. Instead, they mastered the art of fear management. They knew how to create it, direct it, and use it strategically while never becoming slaves to it themselves. Here's what most people get wrong about fear. They think it's about being scary. But the Mafia understood that fear is about uncertainty and imagination. The boss who screams and threatens is predictable. People know what to expect from him. But the boss who speaks quietly, watches carefully, and never reveals his full capabilities. That's terrifying, because people's imagination fills in the gaps with something far worse than reality. Fear isn't an emotion you create in others, it's an emotion they create in themselves when you control the right variables. Let's break down how Mafia bosses weaponized fear without becoming feared themselves. Principle number 1. Control information, control fear. Fear thrives in the unknown. Mafia bosses never revealed their full capabilities, resources, or intentions. They operated on what they called selective visibility, showing just enough to suggest vast hidden power while keeping the details mysterious. How they did this? They never bragged about past actions or future plans. They let others tell stories about their reputation while staying silent. They revealed information strategically, piece by piece, to maximize impact. They created an aura of having connections everywhere. When people don't know the limits of your power, they assume there are no limits. Uncertainty makes their imagination work against them. Modern applications are: in negotiations, never reveal your walk-away point or your full resources. In leadership, don't show all your cards or explain every decision immediately. In workplace, let people wonder about your connections and capabilities. In business, keep competitors guessing about your strategies and resources. One uncertain threat is more powerful than 10 known ones. People prepare for known dangers but are paralyzed by unknown ones. A boss who says, "Do this or you're fired," creates one specific fear. A boss who says, "Handle this appropriately," and walks away creates unlimited fear because the consequences are undefined. Principle number 2. Reputation works while you sleep. Build a reputation that does the work for you. Smart Mafia bosses understood that reputation is force multiplication. Once your reputation is established, you don't need to prove anything. People's fear of what you might do keeps them in line. They were selective about when to demonstrate power, making it count. They ensured stories about their actions spread naturally through networks. They never denied rumors that made them seem more dangerous. They associated with people who enhanced their fearsome reputation. People fear patterns, not incidents. If someone believes you're capable of extreme action based on past reputation, they'll modify their behavior to avoid triggering you, even if you never intended to act. A strong reputation creates self-fulfilling prophecies. People treat you as if you're dangerous, which gives you more power, which reinforces the reputation, which increases the fear. Some modern examples are: CEOs known for firing people, employees police themselves. Negotiators with reputations for walking away, others make better offers. Leaders known for high standards, teams exceed expectations automatically. Reputation allows you to control behavior without constant intervention. Fear becomes self-maintaining. The goal isn't to be feared for its own sake, it's to create enough healthy fear that people respect boundaries and think twice before challenging you. Principle number 3. Controlled displays of power. Demonstrate capability strategically, not emotionally. Mafia bosses didn't lose their temper or make impulsive shows of force. When they demonstrated power, it was calculated, measured, and designed to send a specific message to a specific audience. They chose their moments carefully, maximum impact, minimal effort. They targeted demonstrations at people who would spread the message. They stayed calm during displays of power. Emotion undermines authority. They made consequences seem inevitable rather than personal. Emotional outbursts make you look unstable and reactive. Calculated demonstrations make you look professional and in control. People fear calculated power more than emotional power. They ensured that stories about their actions emphasized capability and control, not cruelty or anger. The narrative was, "This is what happens when you cross certain lines," not, "This person is unstable." Modern applications are: in management, Documented consequences delivered professionally, not angrily. In parenting, consistent enforcement of rules without emotional reactions. In business, strategic responses to violations that set clear precedents. When power is displayed calmly and systematically, it appears unlimited and inevitable. When it's displayed emotionally, it appears reactive and finite. People don't fear your anger, they fear your calm determination to enforce consequences. Here's what ties all three principles together. Mafia bosses understood that fear is primarily a mental game, not a physical one. They created fear through uncertainty about their capabilities and intentions, inevitability through reputation and consistent consequences, professional distance that made them seem beyond normal human emotions. The most effective fear isn't about what you will do, it's about what you're capable of doing if necessary. It's potential energy, not kinetic energy. It allows you to maintain relationships while establishing boundaries. People can respect and even like you while still maintaining healthy fear of crossing you. The goal is creating enough fear to ensure respect without creating so much that it damages relationships or makes you a target. Mafia bosses controlled fear by understanding its psychology. They used uncertainty, reputation, and calculated demonstrations to create respect through controlled intimidation. This isn't about becoming a bully or tyrant. It's about understanding how fear works so you can establish healthy boundaries, command respect, and navigate power dynamics effectively.